Hi guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I'm Kim Cohen and I'm so grateful to have you here. I just wanted to give a quick message real quick to my last video's response. Okay, I'm gonna start by saying that what I preach and what I teach is compassion above all for all mankind. And trying to be the bigger person and understanding where someone else is coming from with all of their views. And this applies to this video in this certain situation. As many of you guys know, I stopped creating YouTube videos related to Qanon and what is going on in the world on here because of my hacking situation. So I wanted to say, first of all, thank you to anyone and everyone that joined me on my Patreon site. That is where I'm uploading my content now. The good thing about being able to upload content on there is that I am uncensored. I don't have to worry about what I'm saying, not using certain words, which, you know, even though I was exposing a lot on here, there was still a lot of things that I couldn't say and I couldn't do. That now I can do there on my Patreon side. I can add certain clips of actual, like if I'm referencing to something, I can actually add a clip of it and show you guys more stuff that I wasn't able to do on here because of copyrights and things like that. So I wanted to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for anybody that joined me on my Patreon site. I'm uploading 2 to 3 videos a week, although I already have 2 videos on there right now. I just finished filming 4 videos, so that's going to be going up really soon, and I'm going to be giving all my attention to my Patreon. Now, I know some of you guys don't agree with my decision, and that's understandable, but I also think that people should have compassion and understand what I risked and all the risks that I took as an individual upon myself in order to do this. I think it's so much easier said than done. So many people were criticizing me about my decision, which I felt was very disheartening. I think it was very disheartening and almost heartbreaking to me that that's the kind of response that I got from some of you guys. You know, some of you guys were like, told me how much you loved me and were rooting for me and all that stuff. And the moment I decided to make this decision, some of you guys unsubscribed from my channel, you flipped sides, I don't even know. And I think that's really disheartening. So I just kind of wanted to share a couple of things in regards to all of this. So when how do I explain this? My physical life is on the line being threatened, that's an issue. I don't play with life. I value my life very much, and I'd hope that you have the compassion, the respect for me to value my life and not want me to get into physical danger of having people follow me or things like that, physically follow me. The hackers do know where I live. I had to change my number, which they can probably get the new number as well, my phone number. My bank account was hacked into. My emails were hacked into, business accounts from my influencer, job that I do for the last 6.5 years. A lot of things were hacked into. So A, that's my physical safety. B, that's my personal safety. That it's just boundaries that shouldn't be crossed. But to top it all off, this is something that some of you guys don't know. The hacking really got to me. Now I'm a very healthy individual most of the time. I'm a vegetarian, I'm basically vegan, I eat super clean, I don't eat processed foods, I don't eat meat, I don't eat dairy, I eat very healthy, I take care of myself very much so. But something that people don't know, and I started sharing on social media a couple of days ago, I developed a weird skin condition and disease, something that I've never ever heard of or had to deal with. So I believe that from personal experiences in the past, I've been to Israel a couple of times during wartime, and I developed PTSD from seeing bombings and things like that, and not being able to get to a safe zone like a shelter in time. So when you're in survival mode, how do I explain this? When you're in survival mode, you're just surviving, and only when you're done being in danger, so to speak. A lot of times I've noticed physically with me and from other studies that I've done that kind of like when you're like, okay, I can breathe. And this has happened to me in my travels too, now that I think about it, when I'm like, go, 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 go. And the moment I come home from like a 3-week trip, I end up getting sick because my immune system is weak. So, you know, a lack of sleep, a lack of, you know, being in a lack of sleep, being in survival mode, not eating regularly because your hours are a mess, causes your immune system to be weak, therefore creates these diseases. So when I was in Israel, for example, during wartime, I only, I guess, developed PTSD once I calmed down and came back to America. I didn't know what was wrong with me and thought I had a heart attack or breast cancer or something crazy. And then I went to the doctor and he told me it's PTSD, and anxiety and panic attacks. I didn't even know what it was prior to that. So I've noticed that kind of reoccurring thing in my life where I'm surviving, I'm on survival mode, and the moment I get a moment to breathe, that's when a disease or a sickness comes along. So with that being said, obviously you could tell my energy is kind of off right now. I am on meds. I went to the hospital on, I believe it was Monday, because 2 days prior to that, so basically like a day after, basically leading up to my decision, and what was the final straw for me was that I developed a weird skin disease. The doctor isn't exactly sure of what it is fully. He thinks it's shingles. Shingles is a strand from chickenpox. It's caused by stress. He said it's not hives, it's not allergy, it's not a rash, it's none of that. And so what happened was I had a day where I started itching, a night where I started itching a lot on my neck. And it kind of became this like super weird, bubbly, like disgusting fucking thing. And then I started itching here on this side, and I started itching here on this side. And then when I saw what this looked like, I was like, oh my God, I need to stop itching. So I've been on meds and I've been taking cream for a couple of days now. It's starting to kind of disappear, as you see, different color right here. I'm gonna put some pictures of what actually was going on with my skin. And then this side is a little less, and what happened is I felt it. It feels kind of like a sensation of hot and cold, itchy, burning sensation, and it sucks because it's literally right here. So every time I turned my head, when I try to put a pillow to sleep, it would really hurt and irritate me, and I would be in bed and I couldn't fall asleep. And I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna go away. Maybe it's like an allergy. Maybe, I don't know, I ate something. I don't know. I haven't gone to the hospital in many, many, many years. I don't believe in hospitals. I don't believe in the medical world at all. I'm totally against it. I try to do home remedies. I put coconut oil on it, and then it was burning even more. And it just, the next day I woke up, I was very weak. I felt like I was gonna faint or something. I felt it in my veins, and I was scared that I was having an allergic reaction. And my sister is allergic to sesame, and she had hives all over one time, and she went in an ambulance because they were scared that her throat would close up and she couldn't breathe. So when it was right there, that's kind of the fear that I was getting. Like, I didn't know where this was going, and I've never had to deal with anything like this. And as you guys know, I just moved here, so my family's not here. So I was kind of getting very worried about the whole situation. I went to the hospital, which was kind of insane considering the circumstance of the world right now. And that's why I also don't have my necklace on. And the doctor took samples. My blood pressure is good, my heart's good, my temperature is good. All of that was great. But this is not great. And this is caused from stress. And I think that that's what happened when I decided to just surrender to the hacking situation. It just kind of developed because my body was constantly on survival mode. I had to deal with this hacking situation literally from morning till night When I say morning till night, I know that people have different time zones of where they like to sleep in. I go to sleep, I want to say between 4 a.m. and sometimes 10 a.m. because I've been doing so much research and because I would just see such a significant decrease in following with the hacking going on. Again, this was happening on an everyday base. YouTube would get it off. A few minutes later, it would come back. Then I'd send them an email. Then they would try to get it off. Then it would come back. And this is ongoing for 10 weeks. 10 weeks, you guys. I don't think you understand, but that's 70 days. That's almost 100 days out of my life that I was living in this current situation where I did not feel safe. Anyways, right now I'm recovering. I am on meds and I have a special cream lotion. And although it's looking better, it's also started to get on under my chin, and I started to feel it kind of on this side of my face, and I'm kind of scared it's gonna go all over my face. God forbid. Please pray for me that it doesn't go on my face. I'm not allowed to be in the sun because it irritates it, and it can spread to other places. I do feel other places in my body where I feel like a crazy urging to scratch, and I'm trying to kind of do mind over matter and not touch it. But anyways, guys, my point here is this. So I've kind of been trying to take things easy the last couple of days. I am obviously uploading content onto my Patreon site, and that's what I chose to do for myself, for my health, for my security, for all of that, for my peace of mind. I don't have to worry anymore. I'm not subconsciously thinking constantly 1,000 times a day to check my YouTube account to see what's happening and hitting refresh 2,000 times a day, seeing comments disappear and subscribers disappear. The moment I went to Patreon, I felt like I was relieved and released out of that obsession of trying to figure out what the fuck is happening and trying to make it stop. With all that being said, I have a lot of compassion. I know that some people can't afford the $7 a month. I have a lot of elderly people. I have mothers with lots of children, people that are unemployed. I totally understand that. And I'm so sorry that I had to do this. But it's my health. And if God forbid something happens to me, would it have been worth it? Yes and no, in some sense, because I would have helped a lot of people. But at the same time, I need to be okay. I need to be alive. I need to be well. I need to be me. And I still want to spread the message and the knowledge that I gain every single day. So, now it's like, see, I get these moments of itchiness, and I don't know what the heck you want to call it. Oh, it's burning right now. It's so weird. I mean, it's not weird. It's science and it's law of attraction. When you talk about it, it manifests and you feel it. Anyways, guys, so I'm really sorry for those people who can't afford it. I am sorry. You know, YouTube and being a social media influencer is my job and is my career. And I was getting, you know, some money off of YouTube, and it was allowing me, nothing crazy, don't get crazy. I'm not rich from YouTube, not even close. But it was allowing me to have the freedom to focus more on this than campaigns with brands and things like that. But once it just took over my health, my security, my safety, I just couldn't keep doing this. It wasn't right. I was living in survival mode every single day, and it was really overwhelming. Now, I had people say like, oh, you're like, kind of like calling me a bitch for making this decision, and saying that they're gonna unfollow me. If that's what you feel like you need to do, fine, nothing's stopping you. I did mention that I was going to create more content here in the future related to more spirituality and travel, which is what the base of this channel originally was. But I just find it very disheartening that people are so easy to judge, and they don't put themselves into other people's shoes. I'm a very empathetic person and a very compassionate person. And in any and every situation, I try to put myself into someone's shoes and try to understand where they're coming from. And I feel like it's almost very like, I don't know, to me, it's very disheartening to see the kind of response that I got from some of you guys. Yeah, it honestly breaks my heart because I thought we were on the same team, and it turns out that apparently, I guess we're not. When things don't fit certain people's agendas or wants or needs, then they're just like a child and they kick their feet on the floor and they're mad that they didn't get their way. And I don't entertain the thought of that. I'm not into that. That's not who I am. So if you don't think that I am worth $7 a month, which is what your Netflix would cost, I mean, Netflix costs more, where I create endless content, I'm sorry, that's on you. For those of you who have supported me on Patreon, it really means the world to me, and you have no idea what it means to me. I literally cried happy tears of gratitude the other day because I was just blown away with the kind of response that I got from other people. But you know, I wouldn't expect anybody to go to work and not get paid for it. I'm just, at the end of the day, like, again, if I don't have certain necessities like my health, like an income to buy freaking food, if I don't have my safety and my house and my safe zone is all in jeopardy, I can't function. So I think people need to put themselves into other people's shoes and be more empathetic to other people's wants, needs, and requests. I know I had some of you guys ask me if I can go to this website or upload my things here and there. I've looked at some of those websites in the past before making this decision, but I chose my decision very wisely because I've had other friends have their stuff hacked into and removed from some of those websites. But like I said, I made my decision. I've already uploaded content onto my Patreon site, and I already have people that paid for it, and it's already rolling and it's already happening. So I really hope you reconsider if you chose not to do it, or if you're thinking about it. I really hope that you will continuously join me on this journey because I have a lot to teach and say on there, and I continue to do my research daily, even with all of what's going on with me. I love you guys so much, regardless of what you choose. I love you guys so much. I, again, really hope that you'll help support me and join me on the Patreon side. It's given me, as a person and as a being and as a soul, some peace of mind. Again, not being stressed constantly about counting comments, counting subscribers, counting emails that disappeared on literally 100 freaking times a day. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Sorry, my energy is kind of off. I am weak. I am on meds, and I'm just trying to get better and get back to myself. Thank you so much for listening to me. I love you guys so much. Please send me good vibes and prayers that I'll get better soon. And I love you guys, and I hope that everyone is doing well. And again, I'm sorry for those who cannot afford it. It breaks my heart, but I also need to be alive. And I don't want this to manifest into other things. So love you guys. And it's patreon.com/Hofit Cohen. Love you.